This is it. Well, it won't be terribly long, but here is a little naughty boy, naughty girl live stream this evening, following the brilliant success of Trevor Colt's live stream. But do be assured, please, I can totally understand as to why Trevor didn't do terribly long or didn't do his live stream for a terribly long time, because because he has a lot going on his mind, So I really do applaud Trevor for the brilliant live stream he did earlier this evening. And Trevor, I am sorry when I said it sounded like when I said to Fiona, don't worry, I'll do a live stream after he goes. I didn't literally mean Trevor was going to go. I didn't literally mean that, but I meant I would do a live stream if the live stream was to finish soon. I should have reworded it and phrased it better, but Trevor, I am sorry if I said something that offended you earlier this evening. I truly never meant any offense. I really, really didn't. It was a brilliant live stream. Please, and I totally understand as to why you finished it early. You've got far too much going on your mind, and you've been put through the pains with far too many trolling troubles and everything. So, so I think you made, it's only do what you feel is right for you, Trevor, or anybody, any YouTuber who provides live stream content or any form of content of various different types, Only do what you feel is right for you. That's what I would say. It's the best way forward, rather than saying, do this, do that. That is not the way forward. No, 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 no. But there were, 340 viewers strong when he did it. So well done. I mean, well done, Trevor. 340 live streams strong. 340 viewers strong. I mean, well done for the success. It's always brilliant when it's Graham, Fiona, or Trevor doing live streams. It was just when I saw Fiona saying, no, don't go, I thought I'd respond, but I didn't mean to respond in the way it was going to offend Trevor. I really didn't, to tell oneself off things. But I do hope all of you are okay. But, I thought I'd just do a little naughty boy, naughty girl live stream, because after all, it's a live stream of let's have fun, so to speak. Gosh, I think I'm getting a little, oh shit, I'm fucking behind. Oh shit, oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit. No. Oh goodness, I think I'm getting a little bit naughty, and I'm quite in a great deal of high spirits after live stream. Oh shit, oh fuck, I've said shit. Oh shit, I've said fuck. No, excuse the language. Time to read comments because I'm obscenely behind with comments now. Good evening to you, Rexy. Hello to you. Can I trust this Sherland Shroud or is this a troll? If it's a troll, block him. If this person starts causing problems before our very eyes, block them. But not sure, but you speak for yourself. Good evening to you, Ria. Good evening to you indeed. Hello to you. Rexy, I did see the comment. I'm sorry I've not responded as of yet. But yes, if I do happen to run into you at the Worthing bus rally, gosh, are you taking up event attending? Rexy, if you are thinking about taking up event attending, I'd recommend you go for it. It's the best thing you could do. I mean, it's really changed me quite considerably since doing event attending. I'm still a rail enthusiast. I always will be. I will always love trains and buses. I'm still a train and bus enthusiast for sure. But but what you could say is I've just got an extra additional affinity to tell you on things. So that's the best way to put it. I'll always love trains. I'll always be a rail enthusiast train spotter, but I've got extra additional interests too. I've certainly got to say. So, yes, my advice, go for the event attending, Rexy. I think you'd enjoy it. And the person who I think would be very good to take you under his to take you under his wing when it comes to event attending, like bus rally event attending, classic car event attending, or vintage vehicular or vintage rally event attending, David Scott. He is the best person who could take you under his wing when it comes to this sort of event attending, you know. Hello to Hilda in Australia. It's freezing cold. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. It's a nice hot day today over in England. I like a good, nice hot day, but the only thing is I cannot expose any skin. That's the thing, because I'm fair. And also, I've got skinny arms, not just fair, light-skinned arms, but I've also got skinny arms. I will show you, Hilda, to show you one things. You look here. I've got not only very light, very fair skin on my arms, but look at the size of it. Skinny arms. It's probably, you could say they're skinny git arms, to tell you one things. This is what 11 stone skinny arms would look like if you've got an 11 stone or 154-pound frame like I've got. So, oh God, I think that'd probably be better. So, yeah, you could see for yourself, or everybody could see for yourselves, why I don't expose my skin in baking hot heat. So, there you are. You know, but trust me, having skinny arms for a man has its advantages, you know, but no offense when saying this, of course, because I think Ria right now wants to drag me down a pier after showing everybody, you know. Good evening to you, Brenda. Good evening to you indeed. Excuse a moment, I need to plug my computer in, because I realised I forgot to plug it in, and fortunately there's charge, but I don't want it to run out of charge whilst I'm live streaming. That's the last thing I'd want. You know, because Duchess Blair did a live stream and she didn't know where her charger was. But we all make those mistakes, don't worry. Hello to you, lovely Joy. Hello to you, lovely Joy. Do hope well done, and I'm happy your biopsy went all right. But good luck for results. I do hope they turn out okay. Let's all stand beside our lovely Joy, because she's gone through quite a lot and had her biopsy appointment and all that, you know. Hello, Anna. Hello to you, my lovely lady. I am enjoying the nicer weather, and it's nice to have a bit of hot sunshine for a change, isn't it? The only thing is I just cannot expose skin, and I have to block off. I mean, I do block off with sun cream, but it doesn't always work. That's the problem. But it's nice to have a bit of hot sunshine for a change. And yes, happy birthday to your son for tomorrow. Happy birthday to him, 38. Gosh, he's older than me. I'm 23 now, so happy 38th birthday to your son. I hope to see you there too, Rexy. I certainly hope to see you there too as well, you know. You know, so yes. Hello, lovely Diane. Hello to you. And Marcia, oh, Marcia, I just want to give her lots of nice hugs and cuddles, you know. Poor Marcia. She's really been put through the pains with far too many health problems and too much health trouble. So hugs and cuddles to you always. As you know, I cannot cure your health issues, but I can at least give you a hug to empathize sympathetically, because after all, a hug always helps, to tell you on things. You know. No, Ria, I would forbid that. One thing I would say, I would not allow anybody to drag me to the gym or force me into lifting weights. No. I like my skinny arms. Skinny arms rules. One might say it's just, come on. It's a feminine thing. It's just completely feminine to have skinny arms. No. I think it's very good. I think it suits both men and women having small, skinny arms. I don't think we should live in a world where, right, all men have big, huge, muscular arms and only the ladies have tiny, petite, skinny arms. No. Time to break the stigma on that. But no offense if I got too stereotypical. I really didn't mean that. I'm just making a blunt and shared point and all that. But Ria, I'm sorry, love you as I do, you are not dragging me to the gym. I mean that. No, Diane, I am not lifting weights. End of the story. I do have strength. I may have skinny arms, but fortunately, I have strength to tell you more things. Dawnberry, hello. Dawnberry, thank you for your birthday wishes to my father, because it's my father's birthday today. And he thanks all of you for the birthday wishes towards you. So my dad thanks all of you for wishing him a happy birthday. And it was my mother's birthday last month, you know. Oh, he's still your boy, is he? Oh, how lovely. No matter how old he is, he's still your boy. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, you know, it makes me think of the lovely so I think it makes me think the way you think of your son as your boy. It was when I met this lovely lady, a lovely young lady who had much disappointment in life, because she wasn't as tall as she wanted to be, because she never reached the height she wanted to be. Because, I mean, why I say, she did tell me of this, and why I say, because she did tell me that she undershot the height of her parents, and I was like, you're still your parents' little girl, having never reached their height. So, so you could say, like Anna thinks of her son as her little boy, and like the lovely lady I met at Lewis Station back in March of earlier this year, she could still be her mum and dad's little girl because she undershot both her mum and dad's height, to tell you one things. I mean, she wasn't a short young lady, the lovely young lady was. I always came under the impression she was little because she was petite in size for weight. I mean, I don't know what she can't be anything more than what. When I saw her, she couldn't have been much more than 9 stone. I would have thought something like that. And I would have thought she'd be quite a little thing. But when when we were stood together, she wasn't short, but she couldn't have been anything more than my height, maybe about half an inch tall or something like that. So she wasn't little. She was just you could say she was, not overly tall and not overly short. But her parents, on the other hand, overshot her height. So you could compare with Anna saying that her son is her boy. You could say the lovely young lady out there who was disappointed because she wanted to be taller for height. You could say that she's still her mum and dad's little girl for never overshooting their height, to tell you odd things. Hello to lovely Queen Bee. Hello, hello, hello to you. What the hell happened? Oh, gosh. You don't go to the gym. I don't go to the gym either. I wouldn't do it either, Ria. No. To tell you odd things. Thank you, Sapper. Thank you for your kindly birthday wishes to my dad. Thank you. And it's your birthday on Sunday. And thank you, everybody, including Anna and Sapper, for your kindly birthday wishes towards my dad. Oh, yes, I remember you saying. I remember you talking about your 6'6" brother-in-law in Thailand, yes, which is nearly a foot taller than that of my 5'8", to tell you one thing. So, yes. A moment ago, I don't know what the hell happened here, but a moment ago I did freeze. I did freeze a moment ago. I don't know why, but they are internet troubles at times. I can't believe there's another bloody internet cut. Oh dear, but I think things are all right at the moment, but just got to be careful with the bloody internet blackout cuts and things. Dear, oh dear. Thank you, Queen Bee. Thank you for your kindly birthday wishes towards my dad. Thank you. Thank you. And he thanks all of you, by the way, for your kindly birthday wishes towards him. Yes, I can see myself now and things seem a lot better. Ria, I can see myself now. But Ria, one thing I'm making bluntly straight. No, no, no. You are not dragging me to the gym. That much more could be said, but at least you don't go. Thank goodness. So, you just don't know how men with such muscular arms can cope. Sometimes I wonder how they even cope with it, Anna, to tell you odd things. It's just a wonder how you one could imagine men being able to cope with such huge, great big, huge muscular arms and all the rest of things. They cannot lay their arms flush with their bodies, very distorted, quite a point to make. I've certainly got to tell you odd things, and all that. Yes, I know. Sonia, hello. Sonia and Tom are over in Sunderland. Hello. Tom, really? Your daughter is the same age as my dad, but her birthday's September. Oh, gosh, wow. A good old-fashioned knees up. Okay, huge git, but I forgot to say, let's make sure we've got iron steel chairs and not wooden chairs, because the huge git sapper, if he sits on a wooden chair, it will break and collapse under his weight. So strong iron steel chairs is a must if Sapper's going to be around. But no offense, of course, and all that. How old is my dad? My dad, he's 47 today, Jenny. I'm 23. Rexy's going to be 22 in September. My mother's 46, and my father, he's 47, if it answers your very questioning. Tell your things. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes, the picture of my dad. Thank you. A lot of people say we're very alike. I think we do really strongly resemble one another facially and all that, And he's got the full head of hair. He's got the full head of hair, so you could say, like me, dark hair, but he hasn't quite got the dark brown eyes I've got. So there are a few differences for height, weight, and eye colour and things in regard to myself and my father, but one could say we're very almost alike facially looking at us. No, he's 47 today. It's his birthday today. He won't be 48 until 2025, Anna, but your son, not 48, it's 38, I think you said tomorrow, if my memory serves me correctly, that is. Don't find huge muscles very attractive. I don't find huge muscles all that attractive either. I mean, obviously, I would tolerate, if I had friends with great big huge muscles, I'd just tolerate them, but if it was me, no, I'm not going to have that. The arms I would recommend, but I'm probably going to receive a lot of trolling shit and backlash for it, excuse the language. Having arms the size of this, I think, is the best way forward for men. Arms like this, small and skinny. I think that's the best way forward. Small, skinny arms for a man. All the way forward. Skinny, all the way forward. If Sapper sees this, he's going to be, you skinny git, your arms are tiny. Well, I'm not the only one who's got skinny arms. My mother's got skinny arms, very like that of myself, to tell oneself of things, but, Thank you. Many people say that my brother Rexy looks like my mother, to tell you odd things, but he's similar bodied. He's reasonably similar bodied to my dad, my brother, because they've both got reasonably muscular arms, to tell you odd things, and plus both of them weigh more than I do, my dad and my brother, and all that. Certainly more than my mother, because my mother, I don't know what she is for weight, but she's probably about 9.5, 10 stone, my guess. But my father, on the other hand, he's a whopping 12 stone 10, or 178 pounds. So you're talking over a stone beyond that of my weight, but not quite as heavy as Graham's, over 13 stone. I mean, wow. Wow, if Graham is in the 14 stone range, he'd be huge git weight. But no offense saying this to Graham, of course, no offense. I wouldn't mean any offense saying that. Ah, ouch, ouch, itchy ear comes at a cost when you need to itch your ouch. Thank you, Ria. That's very nice of you to have said this. Thank you. And thank you, lovely Joy. Thank you. What was it that Zappa said was so funny? I'm going to have a look. Yeah, correct. Good one, Zappa. We do need your humour more often in our world, huge git. We certainly do. Yes. You know, as many have said to me before, some said in the comments with the post that I do look very like my dad. I've heard this very many times. I don't often talk about boobs, Jenny. I really don't. I do not often talk about boobs, you know. I really do not talk about boobs. And all that, so. Oh, that is brilliant. That's quite a funny thing your friend refers to you as, Anna. Oh, goodness gracious, you know. But, what was I going to say? When I read the comments on the post I did representing my father's birthday, which is today, many have said, well, many have said that I do look like my dad. I completely agree that, but the few differences I was going to explain, certainly with my brother, we're different for weight. That's one thing. I've got different eyes to my dad because my dad, he's sort of hazel eyes, dark hair, sort of darkish hazel, not dark brown. It's my mother who's dark brown eyes, but he's got the dark hair like me, to tell you all things, and my brother. But difference being, we're different for weight because my father's 12 stone 10 for weight, or 100 or 178 pounds, or 81 kilos. So you're talking a good 11 kilos and 24 pounds over that of my weight. And difference being he's a little taller because where I got my 5'8" height from, because my father, he peaked at 5'9" of height. That's another difference. So I'm shorter than that of him. My brother, he's a bit taller than me. He's about the same height as my dad. But he's around about 5'8" and a half, 5'9". He's definitely taller than that of my 5'8", 11 stone. But my mother, on the other hand, is only a mere 5'6", to tell oneself of things, and only a rather skinny to roughly 9.5, 10 stone of weight. I don't know what her weight is, but that's the guess I'd go for. So those are the showcase differences to tell oneself of things. But I do completely agree that my dad and I do resemble each other facially and all that. You know. Carla, hello. Hello. You've been offline. Oh, that's all right. Don't worry about it, Carla. Don't worry, lovely. It's nice seeing you too. Did you mean your daughter? I don't think you meant your father. I mean, he's in his middle 70s. I wouldn't date a man 75. Yes, I'd hit off a friend or anybody. It doesn't matter how old anybody is. I would always hit off a friendship with anybody, even if they're, say, Wanda's 82 years of age. I would certainly be more than willingly happy to hit off a friendship with them, provided we are good to one another and that we don't have troubling turbulences in between one another, you know. That should be good if trains are running well next week Sunday, so that you can accessibly get to Worthing Bus Rally. But Worthing Bus Rally, it's not the only event I would recommend to you, Rexy. I would recommend several. But obviously I'll leave it for you to decide. But event attending, like I said to you before, my advice, go for it. You know, what it's taught me and what it's done to me, event attending, the events I go to generally annually every single year, Rexy, as I said before, the event attending, which the new events I'd not heard of, I've known of Worthing Bus Rally for a long time now, and I've been going on and off for a long time. But I'm talking about the events I've been attending since the latter part of 2021 and throughout 2022, or some 2023, or this year, 2024. But the ones being the 2021 and 2022 events being the first time I went, going to those events annually has proved instrumentally useful in helping me with overcoming the loss of my wonderful late grandfather Edmund, to tell you one thing. So it's been huge, a huge thing for me attending these events, because it really has. I've felt a huge weight lifted off of my shoulders since getting thrown into these events and all that, attending them, that is. Don't worry, Cara, I know you were joking, my lovely. I certainly know you were joking, so I wouldn't hit off a date with your father, but I would certainly, well, your daughter, I would think about it, but I'm always happy to run into her if I'm in Wales one day in the future, you know, even though she's a good 7 years younger than that of my age. Don't know how it would go with my parents, but you know. Hello, Maureen. Hello to you, my lovely. Hello. Where do I go on holiday with my family? Many times I've been on holiday to Italy with my family, and I have many times been on holiday with my family to Minorca, one of the Spanish islands. But I think in about sometime 2025, I may very possibly be doing a holiday to Italy with my father's side of the family to tell oneself of things. So it's possible it would happen, but I don't know when. I need to wait and find out, because it'll be next year or so. We haven't done a drill down a family tree, I'm afraid, Anna, not yet. It'd be good if we did that in the future and all that, you know. Your grandmother was 4'11". Gosh, that's short. That really is short. I think I know somebody who's only about 4'9.5", 4'10". This lady, you're talking little lady, to tell you what things. So that is short. Sonia, you're the same height as my grandmother Anne. She's a mere 5'2". You're talking a short lady with my grandmother Anne. So yes, that is short, but 4'11" is tiny. Wow. Hello to you for the second time, Imogen. Hello to you. Hello to you, lovely Mary. Hello to yourself and Glenn. Hello. It's certainly wonderful seeing you on here, my lovely. Hello. This is true. I can actually remember being a foot shorter than the height I currently am, Supper. And I had a friend, he was about 13. I was 11 when I was about a foot shorter, and he was 13. He had to have been around about 5'10" and around about 175 pounds, 12 and a half stone, something like that. And we used to get up to a lot of naughtiest. He was big boy. He was a big boy, a 5'10", 13-year-old, roughly 12 and a half stone, which is what, a stone and a half bigger than myself. He was a big boy, to tell you what things, or huge nearly for a youngster of being that height at that age. He was over 6 foot by the time he left the secondary school I went to. But this is true, Sap. I think it's conceivably fair to say all of us were 4'11" once. I don't think I could imagine being that height till I was about maybe 12 or so, something like that. I don't think I could even imagine being 5 feet until I was about 12 and a half, something like that. I was quite a little thing as a little boy. And at 13, I couldn't have been anything more than what, 5'2", 5'3", something like that at 13 years of age. I was short. But at 14, I shot up to 5'6". And then after 14, I only grew half an inch a year after that, before eventually peaking at the current 5'8" I am now. But I wasn't always 11 stone, because before 2021, I was from about I was from about 17 till about 20. I was 9 stone 4 pounds, or 130 pounds of weight, to tell oneself of things. Now I'm 11 stone, or 154 pounds, to tell oneself of things. So I've had a nearly 2 stone weight gain since then. It's Anna, if you'd said this to me sitting on a sofa, I would give you a nice hug and then assure you'd say, "You're fine just as you are. You know, after all, you are who you are, and you are wonderful and fine just how you are." I would say that to you to tell you all things. Oh, Harriet. Yes, I'm going to be your date for Sapper's live stream. Please, you can always affectionately lean on my shoulder, but obviously, I would have to be careful whilst you're leaning on my shoulder. But obviously, if you were leaning on my shoulder, I would obviously have to be careful giving you a cuddle, given your 8 stone 3 pound or 115 pound figure. So I'd obviously have to be careful I don't accidentally hurt you if I was giving you a cuddle whilst you're leaning on my shoulder, you know. But I think the thing I wouldn't have to be gentle with is giving you a kiss on the head. But no offense when saying this, of course, you know. Your husband has always known that he is a decent of the inventor of the handsome. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Some things are easy to remember, Carla. Some things are not. But it's just the way it is. Oh, good evening, Your Majesty. Your royal mistress. Good evening. My hair was curly as a child, yes. It was naturally curly as a child. My mother's hair is very, very much naturally curly. And for those of you who did see the podcast my mother and I did, I mean, it was lovely. Michelle saw the replay. She didn't watch it live. She said to me, "Mother, wow, she is gorgeous and looks so young. Many people can't get over how young my mother looks." And well, to tell you something, I think both my parents look quite young, to tell you all things, you know. Good evening to you, Southern. Good evening to you, good friend. You're just brilliant, Harriet, aren't you? I could see you have quite the affinity for family trees, and I can certainly see that. One of the most exciting locomotives I've seen, it's probably got to have been the Lord Dowding. I saw the Lord Dowding quite a long time ago now at Port Slade when I was a teenager. Fascinating locomotive, I must say. So I've seen many wonderful steam engines, and hopefully I'll see many more in the future to come, to tell you all things. So I think I already looked, but how interesting you got the affinity. Many people have the affinity. I think it was Brian Blessed a few short years ago. He looked into the full depth of his family tree history at one point. I think so, but I could be wrong, you know. Athos, hello. I'm so sorry I'm late acknowledging you, but hello all the same. You cannot bear to look at your son's thighs, as they were so. Oh, gosh, wow. Gosh, he must have been a huge muscular man. I'm not all that big a person, 11 stone of weight. I imagine he was probably about 15 stone, given all the muscle he had. He must have been stones over that of my weight, you know. Your daughter's name is Poppy, but you call her Pops. Oh, okay. I thought you meant your father. But Poppy, that's the same name as the late Robert Grant Pitts-Waiton's great-granddaughter. and they were both born on the same day, 90 years apart. Robert and Poppy. I mean, sadly, Robert Waiton's no longer with us now, unfortunately. I mean, because he was extremely old at the time of his death, but that was the name of his eldest great-grandchild, great-granddaughter, Poppy, to tell you odd things, you know. So yes, interesting coincidence, you know. Thank you, Bill. Bill, hello. I'm sorry I've not acknowledged you as of yet. Yes, but hello to you. It's certainly a pleasure seeing you on here as usual. And thank you for your kindly birthday wishes towards our wonderful Her Majesty the Queen Camilla. Thank you. Thank you. I am extremely well, thank you, Bill. I hope you're well too and all that. Harriet, it's always so nice to see you too. So nice to see you always. And I'm happy learning I've made your day. Honestly, you can lean on my shoulder affectionately any day. Obviously, I just have to be gentle giving you the cuddles, that's all. But I wouldn't have to be gentle giving you the kiss on the head. But no offense when saying this, of course. You know. No. Your Majesty, please do not worry if you cannot make Sapper's live stream at 7 p.m. UK time Monday, 22nd of July. Do not worry if you cannot make it. It is certainly no trouble whatsoever to tell you odd things. No trouble whatsoever. Lord Dowding. It's currently named Bronton. Oh, okay, it had a rename. Oh, I didn't realise that. Thank you, Southern, for telling me of this on everybody. It was built at Brighton Works. How interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Oh, wow, 1400s you traced your family back. Gosh, wow. Hello to you, Stevie. Hello, hello, hello to you indeed. Hello, hello, hello. My real enthusiasm is an affinity to tell you odd things, but interesting what you had to say. Interesting. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you always for your friendliness towards Sapper. Thank you. Thank you. Sapper, don't you worry. I shall be setting a reminder, and on your birthday, if I get time before I'm off event attending on Sunday, I'll try and put in the community post your upcoming live stream and all that. So it's something I'll certainly be looking forward to. You have 5 half siblings out there. Gosh, wow. That is something. Thank you. Thank you, Harriet, for your kindly assuring message. Thank you. Well, if he can make it, he can make it, but if not, there we are. Hello to you, Christine. Hello to you, my lovely lady. Hello to you always. It's certainly wonderful seeing you on here. Don't worry about missing people. I think I've been worst missing people, to tell you all things. Pleasure always, huge Git. It's certainly a pleasure always. Yeah, we just got to make sure we've only got iron steel chairs when we're watching the live, because obviously with you sitting on a wooden chair, it will just collapse and break under your weight, but never mind. I guess it comes at a cost being 16 or 17 stone, you know, all that. You know, good evening to you, lovely Ellie. Good evening to you, my lovely lady. Certainly is it always a pleasure seeing you on here. Wonderful. You know. It will probably be a very hard slap, won't it? Oh, shit. That was a huge slap from a huge git. Oh, dear. You're looking at the birth of your father. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Thank you for telling Dawn Marie of this, lovely Sonia. Thank you. Well, if I did get slapped by Sapper, given that what 11 stone skinny git as I am and 5'8" of height, it will probably knock me out, to be honest with you, given his huge sheer 16, 17 stone size and all that. Oh dear. But interesting seeing what you had to say, Sonia. Very, very interesting seeing what you had to say, to tell you all things. We're only going to do about an hour in this one, in this very case. So I think it would be time to invite guests on for the last 10, 15 minutes or so, or 20 or so minutes. Because I'm not going to do 2 hours on this one. It won't be 2 hours. But the one on Saturday, yes, it will be 2 hours or so, yes. Okay. Right. Anybody ready to make an appearance? Only those of you I am remotely familiar of, you can come on. But here is a blunt warning. If there is any of you who are younger than 15 years of age, you sadly cannot go on. But only for making a live appearance. But you can always feel free to make chat in the comments. But for those of you who are 15 years of age or over, and I am remotely familiar of you, you may certainly come on. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Thank you for your compliments regarding the boys' night out live stream we did, where it was myself, Graham, Trevor, and Sapper. Yes, 4 men enjoying a good live stream together and all that. No, it really was brilliant, Harriet, I must say. No, it really was. Truly speaking of which, I've certainly got to tell you all things. Yeah, yes, I know, because it's age restricted, isn't it? But never mind, it's all right, Zappa. It's all right. Okay, we got somebody in the green room. Okay, now, the guest on here this evening, he's a rare enthusiast. I've known him a long time. Do be assured, he is over 15 years of age. And he's just taken the interest of event tending, since he's got the intention of attending this year's Worthing Bus Rally, to tell you all things. And please give it a good, resoundingly large welcome to Rexy.
Hello, Foxy and everyone.
Rexy. Good evening, Rexy.
How are you doing, Foxy?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yes, I will be event attending at the Worthing Bus Rally on the 28th of July.
Yes, you were telling me, but I'm sorry I didn't respond soon enough.
Oh, that's no problem. That might have been a YouTube thing.
But
hello, Ria.
Yes, Ria, thank you for your kindly acknowledgement towards Rexy. Thank you. My advice to you, Rexy, if you want to take up event tending, go for it.
Oh yeah, I've done a few in the past, but I've only got into it recently.
Is this classic card events, your bus rally events you're talking about?
Bus rally events, yeah.
Okay, have you ever thought about taking up classic card events or vintage vehicle or vintage rally event attending?
Do you know what? That might be a thing I'll look to in like the future, but not currently like obsessed with it.
No, honestly, when I took it up, it's really proved instrumentally useful to me when I did it.
Hello, Queen Bee, Anna, Harriet.
Thank you, Queen Bee, Anna, and Harriet, for your kind acknowledgement towards Rexy. Thank you. He's a good friend. Do be assured he's over 15. It's sadly poor Benji cannot come on until he's 15 years of age or over, making live stream appearance, that is, but it doesn't matter if he's in the comments.
Yeah.
And it really bothered Harriet to tell you all things, Rexy. Obviously, I could have rightly imagined so, but, because Harriet, and not only Harriet, but everybody on here, including me, we all care for the safety of young children online.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Hello. Thank you, Diane, for your kind acknowledgement to Rexy. Hello, Graham. Hello to yourself and Fiona. Hello. Not to worry, Queen Bee. No worries. It's certainly all right. Do not worry in the slightest, lovely.
Hello, Sonia.
Am I missing anybody? I don't know if I am or not.
Evening, Ellie.
Thank you, Rexy. Thank you for your kindly acknowledgement towards Rexy. Thank you. Off you got to dash now. Ta-ta, huge git. Looking forward to your live stream on the 22nd of July. But sadly, Rexy, it's for over 18s, Sapper's live stream.
Oh, that's a shame.
Unfortunately, so you won't be old enough to go on it. But I'll tell you what it was like, okay?
No problem, no problem.
Don't you worry, Graham. It is certainly okay. Please do not worry if yourself and Fiona are late. I was late for Trevor's live stream he did earlier this evening. I was about 12 minutes late, to tell you odd things. But please, 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 Graham, do not worry. Yourself and Fiona have came in at a good time. Don't worry about lateness in the slightest.
Also, this that Microsoft outage today caused many trains and planes to not fly because of I think it was something to do with their like computer systems or something.
Must have been a fault of some sort, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they forced a restart update to many businesses' computers, and it just shut everything down.
Bloody hell, that has implications, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was a worldwide outage apparently.
Oh shit, that is something. Excuse language. Think it was something to a bit swan on, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellie. Thank you for always your continued loveliness towards all of us, including Sapper, myself, Graham, Fiona, and Trevor. Thank you always, Ellie. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I have to agree, Rita.
Yeah, we has got to a point where one is far too reliant on them. Yeah, this is the cost when technology.
Most business had to rely on cash for the first time in a while, not card or. So it's quite strange.
Thank you, Sonia, for your kind acknowledgement to Anna. Thank you. You're always so lovely, Anna, aren't you? Who couldn't be more thankful towards you?
Tomorrow, if all goes to plan, I should hopefully go to Reading if the Great Western Main Line doesn't break down.
Doesn't break down?
Yeah, the Great Western Main Line has a bit of a track record of breaking down.
A track record of breaking down? I didn't know that.
Yeah, lots of service cancellations.
It's nothing to do with the power outage, was it? Or was it to do with the trains or the rail?
Oh, no, that's just, I think it's Great Western Railway just not managing the trains correctly on time. Poor timetable planning.
Yeah, you've got to plan the timetable correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, it's lack of reliability. Speaking of it, not just from an enthusiast point of view, but in a real life reality point of view and all that.
Yeah, if you're an average commuter going to London, you've got to rely on the services that company provides.
Not just the train company, but you're also talking Transport for London too. They need to be of good, decent reliability as well. To tell you what things. Like completely.
Everyone needs to work together. Signalers, all those important people behind the scenes.
I haven't taken a lot of thought into it, Graham, but Graham, if it works, it should hopefully work well. But if it doesn't work, they should release their grip. That's all I can really say on that. Provided it works, that's the main thing.
Just to answer Graham's statement there, I think what I read is that the government have taken rail companies, but they're still going to operate under the same name. So they're not going to bundle it all into one. So
yeah, I know that.
Government's taken Southeastern.
No, I know Southern.
That. Yeah.
I do know that. But one thing I would say on that point, well, if it works out well, they should do it. But if it doesn't work out and it causes problems, they should just release their grip of it. That's the statement I can only say on that. Provided it works, that's the main thing.
Oh yes, 100%.
It's not just that, any policy, provided they work and they don't cause too much trouble, that's the main thing in
Yeah.
government and all that, in cabinet of government, all that, to showcase a point and reference a serious point.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes, it was a shame Benji couldn't have a parent online. Oh, Benji was he's a good boy, Ellie, he's a good boy. Our government need to take on the Isle of Wight ferries because the ferry companies are dying. Really, really? Oh gosh, that's certainly
Really?
not good. Oh
When I
dear.
when I went to the Isle of Wight, the ferry companies were actually not too bad. But
Okay.
again, I only went there one way and then one way back, so I don't know what it's like all the time.
I don't think
But
it's always good, apparently, according to Ria, or that.
mm, that's not good.
Yes, but whatever your intentions are for Reading tomorrow, I hope it goes well. Sadly, it's obviously I've got to celebrate for my dad's birthday tomorrow, so I obviously can't do event
Oh,
attending, that sort of
send
thing.
my happy birthdays.
Of course I
Um,
will, yes. And but I am, however, event attending on Sunday.
yes, I should hopefully come across you there.
Worthing Bus Rally's next Sunday. This Sunday's
Oh yeah,
21st.
oh yeah, next Sunday. Haven't been keeping track of the days much, since I've just gotten off school.
Yes, Harriet, the world is dreadfully disturbed. I'm completely in agreement with that. You take into account war-torn world, war in Ukraine, or other just political instability that makes it not just that disturbed, but certain people who think it's okay, to be to exploit certain things on the internet or social media, like think, oh, it's social media. We could just get away with naughtiness. Oh, this, hashtag naughtiness this, hashtag naughtiness that. We can get away with it. What are they going to do about it? We're not going to get caught. It is disturbed in that way. Yes, I completely agree with you on that. Anna, well, very, very complicated question, Anna. Extremely complicated. I'll have to think about that. I would really, 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 really have to think deeply hard on that. So the answer to that, I don't know as of yet. So very good. It's a very good, but extremely highly complicated question, I must say.
The Orient Bridge train. I don't think I've heard of that. I might have to look that up. Yeah, I'll give that. Have a look.
I know, Harriet, I do know this, and I'd always want to protect you too. Even you reminding me of something a lovely Lisa Perch said to me once before. She said to me that she was very protective of me. I mean, honestly, she's a lovely
Yeah, that
lady.
looks like a very nice line. What I'm looking at.
I mean, she's a lovely lady, Lisa Perch. I mean, really, truly lovely, I must say. And she and Ria always have a great deal of teasing from time to time when they're like saying, "Hey, up me duck." That's just quite a brilliant one. So yeah, no, if I'd ever ran into Lisa, she'd always get lots of nice big hugs and cuddles from me any day. But I think, could you imagine if one was arguing with or if Lisa got protective and said, "Oh no, no, I don't want you to do that. It's too dangerous," and they'd be, "Oh, no, please, come on, let me go. I'm not old. I'm not too young to do this. Please, come on, let me go. You're treating me like I'm a child. I'm not a child. Look, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here." And then there she is, giving somebody a little cuddle just to calm them down. Oh, thank you, Lisa. You make a cozy hug and you calm me down greatly. But no offense to Lisa if she does end up watching this on replay. Sorry, Rexy, if I caused offence.
No problem. No problem.
Liverpool has 2 road tunnels under the river. We could dig a road tunnel to the Isle of Wight. It's a good idea, but you'd need strict planning permission for something like that, Graham. That you need strict planning permission. Oh, they won't do it. Oh, I see. They won't do it. Now I get the point. They planning permission wouldn't be allowed for that. Now I get the point. Quite well said. Oh, thank you, Harriet. Thank you. Oh, both you and Harriet are brilliant, Anna, aren't you? You don't use Facebook. Never mind. You know. You made a fish pie. It was terrible, too watery. I tried making an attempted cauliflower cheese once, and it didn't go out too well, I'm afraid. I think the way I'm going to do cauliflower cheese in the future, probably boil up the cauliflower, put it in a tray, sprinkle cheese over it, bake it in the oven. I think that'll probably be the best way forward. Yes, Rhea, it certainly does happen from time to time. I've certainly got to say. Well said, you know.
I don't think Local Emotions joined this stream yet.
No, I was a bit sudden to have done this, you know, because it's a
Yeah.
sort of naughty boy live stream is what I've done.
I was going to tell him there's some few leaks that just got out with Train Sim World 5, and it includes the Class 390. I was going to tell him that, but you'd be quite thrilled to hear that.
I have to put the collie in the cheese sauce. Oh, I see. Now I understand your point, Elliot. I heard about this, Dawn Marie. Yes, I have heard about. How could it have got to that point? Complicated. There we are. Terrible. I do know that Harriet's reception teacher could explain why she's protective as she is. Use cream, not milk and flour for cheese sauce. It works, but you can't reheat it though. Okay. Okay, that's all right. Doesn't progress to secondary skill. Well, not to worry, you know. Ellie is always supportive, as are you, Harriet, you know. Who couldn't love you, Harriet, you know? You're always supportive. And, you know, we both had something in common in our childhood, didn't we? We both loved and really looked up to our late grandfathers before they sadly died. And because, as you said to me, you've had a soft spot for me since you first learned of me talking about my wonderful late grandfather Edmund, you know. I mean, and the loss was great, you know, as I said before. And like I said in the previous live stream, had it had it not been for David Scott, my wonderful best friend of nearly 3 years now, had it not been for David, I would never have found out about the events I currently attend as of now. You prefer broccoli and cheese sauce? Oh gosh, Harriet! Harriet! In what way do children over 9 scare the hell out of you? I mean, in what way do they truly scare the hell out of you? Little did I realize children over 9 would scare the hell out of you. I had little realization of that. You know? Very, very surprising, I must say.
I don't know if you have seen Foxy on the news this morning of these kids in, I think, Leeds, and like these parents as well. They just absolutely just destroyed a bus.
Oh dear. You know, I actually did hear about this. Yeah, I did.
Did you see it? It was absolute.
Oh,
that was horrible.
ghastly.
The parents were getting involved. The kids were like the bus had nothing. Like, it was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think they were like attacking a police car, but then the bus got absolutely. It's horrible, really.
It's just ghastly.
It's horrible behaviour.
Who'd think that children could be driven into such dangerous violence like that? Who could have thought this as of now?
Hmm.
Thank goodness we were never driven into that.
Oh no, 100%. I was brought up well. I can definitely see that.
As was I. I was brought up never to get into like arsonist atrocities. I was brought up to never take up those sorts of things.
Hmm.
No,
It's just,
but
it's just horrible, really.
yeah, they grow up too fast. Yes. Can I get to your point, Sonia? Speaking of children who grow up too fast these days, at secondary school, throughout my time in secondary school until I left, I was the shortest boy in the classroom. All
Really?
the boys were taller than me. Not to mention,
I was average height, to be fair.
yeah, not to mention considerably heavier than that of my physical proportions, because I've never had big bodily proportions, especially take into account 70 kilos or 11 stone of weight, which is what, nearly 15 kilos short of Graham's weight, who's what, close to 85 kilos, but 84 and a half at the moment. He could have gone up by today or possibly gone down, I don't know. But yet you said you were always average, weren't you, Rexy?
Yeah, I was like in the middle because mostly you would either be way too short or you'd be like really really tall.
Yeah,
Um, I was about halfway.
halfway. Don't know how one would describe me, but I was the shortest boy in my classroom.
Hmm. Primary school or secondary school? Because if it was
You know,
primary, I probably wouldn't have been one of the tallest actually.
you were the tallest in primary school.
In primary, I would have been yeah.
Yes,
Secondary,
well, because
secondary, I kind of stopped, and I just had a massive like growth up to about 5'8", 5'9".
I'm
But
not
I am
even
now.
5'9". I'm only 5'8" of height. Both 5'8", 11 stone, which equates to 70 kilos. So apparently I'm also less than you for weight because you're about, what, 75, 80 kilos, aren't you? So
Yeah,
just over 12 stone.
just a bit.
At 16, I mean, when I was 16, I couldn't have been anything more than 9 stone, I don't think. And when I was 16, I was shorter than that of your height. Well, I am shorter than you anyway.
Oh yeah.
No, I think you'll easily. I mean, you could end up going up to 6 foot, you never know, or possibly 5'10" or a little over.
Oh yeah, probably.
I mean, because I only grew, what, half an inch a year after turning 14. I shot up about 3 inches or so when I was 14, and I only grew half an inch a year from that point.
Yeah, I had these like I stopped growing when I started secondary school. Then I like shot up when I was in like year nine. I was like halfway
Yeah,
through. My
yeah.
school closes I think the school closes for the summer, like the very end of July. Thing is, I've got off early because I've finished exams.
Yes, because you're 11,
Yeah,
16. Now you're off to college. Big
yeah,
boy now. That's what happens in life. You think you're going to
yeah.
you think school's just your main default, but then as the years go by, you're like, oh gosh, we're leaving. Gosh, what's happened to us? It's
Oh
almost
yeah.
like that. Sorry, I need to read what Harriet said. Over nine, too saucy, rude, disrespectful. Cannot control them in the classroom. It's a nightmare. Stick to 4 7-year-olds. They're joyous. Oh gosh. Well, Harriet had to share her piece. Oh gosh, you had a 10-year-old telling you to fuck off. Oh gosh, excuse me for repeating this, and you couldn't do a thing about it. Oh gosh, that is. Oh dear. Oh dear. So, yes, it is extremely rude for a 10-year-old to say that to a teacher or any grown up. Completely right.
If Loco Emotion rewatches this stream back, I'll just say, or unless I catch him next time, but the route goes from London Euston to Milton Keynes Central, as far as we know for leaks. So that's
Which route were
pretty
you talking
suspicious.
about?
Trains in World 5.
Oh, Train Sim World 5. Okay.
What's my favourite route? Brighton Mainline, 100%. Local route is one of the best routes.
Why Rexy finished school early, Ellie, is because he did. It's because he took his year 11 final exams, and when you're in year 11, you generally leave earlier than all the other younger school years. That's just what happens. I experienced the same thing as a year 11 student. Harriet, I don't think I could do. Could you not? Oh gosh, wow, Sonia. Yes, I agree, Ellie. I completely agree. Oh, what a nice thing you had to share. Your greatest success working with 4 7-year-olds has been teaching the boys to lift up the Lucy so they don't wee on it. Their parents thank you constantly. How sad is that? Oh gosh. Ellie's asking you a question for your college future.
Oh, I'll be doing travel and tourism, criminology, and public services.
Wow. Good luck with it.
Thank you,
Hope it
Foxy.
gives you a good career.
Oh, it should do.
Whatever career chance it lands you to, good luck with it.
Thank you, Foxy.
Hello, Joseph. Thank you for saying I look well. You couldn't deal with kids anymore. Is it because of how they've become now, dear? Not talking about Rexy, but talking about those who've lost the realm of dignity and respect and all that in through certain families and all that. If I may ask, dear. It was something she had to share, Ellie, you know. You adore the little ones, they are so funny. Oh gosh. You know. Yes, I agree. You're too old to do it. Oh gosh, wow. You don't have the patience. Oh gosh, oh I see. Well, it was no wonder why you spoke about dragging me over to the gym to get me to work out. Gah, something you are not going to do, full stop. Wanda, hello, 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 Wanda. You quit volunteering at French immersion kindergarten school, where FO, spitting, kicking were to be tolerated, timeouts not allowed. Parents called but said we allowed that freedom's at home. Not good at all. Stupid. Just not at all good.
Oh, that's horrible.
As dreaded.
But I'm just carrying on reading that. I just seen it. Spitting?
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Oh dear.
Parents were called but said we allow that. What? That is wow. Okay.
It goes beyond
Calls it
one's belief.
parents stupid influence. The kids probably don't even know any better. They've probably been taught it.
You're in no fit state to drag anyone anywhere for any reason. Not to worry. Not to worry. Yes, it is good what Harriet does, you know. So many young ones don't have love at home. They need it so. Oh gosh, that is detrimental, you know. I mean, that really is detrimental, you know. Terrible. You adore the small ones too. Oh, do you, Sonia? How lovely. At least you don't have to have constant drills in America in case of shooters. Gosh,
That's horrid as well.
that was terrible. My body feels older than the age I am too, Rhea, sadly. My body feels older because I can't do some of the things I used to, but, I look at it philosophically. But please, I'm happy with life and all that. I may not be able to do the things I used to do physically as when I was a little boy, teenager, but I'm happy and content with life and all that. But I understand how you feel in that very regarded matter. You know. Hello, Lindy. Hello. Oh, Lindy, thank you. Thank you, Lindy. That's very nice of you to have said that. Thank you. I can imagine, Bill. I could truly imagine. Not at all brilliant. Ow, ow. Sorry, my ear was a bit itchy. You know. Uh, love is all that children need. I completely agree, Sonia. You're too completely right, especially with Harriet's sentiment that so many young ones need love. Too completely right on that. Your friend teaches first year, and she's had a wee girl who announced to the classroom that the night before her dad broke the electric meter and stole all the money for. Ah, that's just that's just evil. That is
That's hard.
that is dreaded. That's diabolical. That is profoundly diabolical. Do enjoy your coffee time, won't you, Sonia? Ta-ta for now. You left the education system years ago. Breaks your heart reading all. Oh dear. No. How we could get to the point where a lot has gone so severely wrong with it, Don Marie. It's just terrible. It's extremely terrible. I mean, for it to get to the point where it just goes so downhill to get to that point, I mean, young 10-year-olds swearing and other terrible things that have happened and serious, serious things that have gone wrong. It really is just seriously bad, I must say.
It is.
To get to that point, it's just seriously bad.
If you look back, I don't know, to 2012, you do not see kids like that at all.
2012, were you talking about education-wise 2012?
Yeah, like if you had like kids in your class, so I was probably in school at the time. Say like the early 2010s, no one was like what they are like now in school at that
I
age.
remember too. I remember this well.
The only thing I can blame it is COVID. Well, where that pandemic transition phase where everyone stayed inside and changed their behavior.
Yeah.
Social media became like a big
Almost a
thing.
cesspit. It depended on what
Yeah.
you looked at, to be honest with you.
hmm
Yeah, well, some news was not very amusing to look at during that period, was it? But it was what was put
Ooh,
out.
that's a bit nasty.
What's going on? Oh. Oh.
That is
Oh, God.
awkward.
Your youngest just got a teaching degree but decided not to go into that. I don't blame him. I don't blame your youngest for not going into the profession. I mean, it's for it to become a cesspit like it is now. I mean, that's just too bad. You're getting too old for. I could imagine, Harriet. I could imagine. No, I haven't seen myself being frozen now, Harriet. No, no, haven't seen that. That killed the convo for a bit. Good grief! Wow. I mean, I'm not frozen, am I, Rexy?
No, you're not frozen at all.
Okay. No, but I really did want to tell you, but seeing that you're now thinking about expanding your horizon with event attending, even though you said you're not addicted, I mean, obviously not because you're new to it, aren't you?
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Uh,
Oh, sorry, Rexy.
sorry, repeat yourself. I just got completely zoned out there.
Since you're taking up event attending
Oh
because
yes,
of your intention to attend Worthing Bus Rally, obviously you're not addicted to the event attending I've got myself chucked into in the last 2, 3 years since meeting David.
yeah,
I mean, really, Rexy, to when you've lost, especially when you've lost somebody you've loved and looked up to all your life, from childhood, being that
yeah.
certainly your late grandfather or any late relative, and for a loss that's extremely hard to overcome, to have gotten into this event attending, it was just a huge, not only was it a release of energy, but it really did prove instrumentally useful in helping me with overcoming the loss, like I said
Oh,
before, of my wonderful late grandfather Edmund, which is why I have so much to be thankful towards David because of the effect it had on me. I
yeah.
never spoke about this until this year, to tell you all things, because of how personal it was.
Don't blame you.
So always will I always thank David. Really, I will. And what else was I going to say? Oh, yes. And if anybody, all I would say is anybody who does think about event attending, be it classic car events or vintage vehicular events or vintage rally events or bus rally events in their localized neck of the woods, I mean, I would recommend they go for it. I would recommend they just go for it because I mean, I'm so happy I took up the event attending. I really am. I don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for David. So I have a lot to be thankful towards you, David. I mean, really, I do. And honestly, it's the best help you could. That's helped me greatly, more than you could have realised. I must say.
Oh yeah. Right,
Hello,
Foxy.
Linley. Hello
I
to
best
Linley.
I best be off. I
Oh,
gotta wake up
you've
early
got to go,
tomorrow.
Queen Bee. You've got to go. Ta-ta. Oh, you've got to go, have you, Rexy?
Yep, I've got to wake up early tomorrow, so
Good
I'll
luck with your trip out if it goes ahead and goes to plan.
thank you, Foxy. Have a nice evening, everybody.
And you too. Ta-ta. Ta-ta for now, Rexy. Good to have Rexy on here, I must say. He's a good friend to tell oneself of things. Lindy, yes. Your cousin's daughter graduated yesterday in a teaching degree for primary school. She knows it will be a struggle, but is willing to do it. She got a job of. Well done, her. Very, very well done indeed. I tell you what things. It's quite a funny one what Harriet had to share. You take care, Queen Bee. You take care. No, I'm not frozen. No, there are several things I like to cook. If I gave a list, it would be too long to list out. You should have loved to be a teacher back in the 70s. You could see where all this was leading. No recognizable punishment deterrents. No, not for me. Industry called very loudly. Quite said. Highly, children certainly can be very funny. I remember having some children who have laughed and all that. So I'm trying to remember which teacher laughed at me. It was a long time now. Thank you. Thank you, Ria. Thank you. You had to go to Inverness and past a beautiful classic car. You instantly thought of me. Oh, how lovely. Ellie, how wonderful hearing of this from you. You take care, won't you, Lexi? Ta-ta for now. The school system today, at least in certain regions, are really putting children at great disadvantage. I completely agree, Wanda. Well, at least you volunteered in a safe environment, because you could be assaulted. there's now a risk you can now just, it's terrible, so terrible now. There's now a serious risk that now volunteering or working in a school system, one can get assaulted badly, spat on, sworn at. I mean, how it could get to that point, terrible, just ghastly. It's completely ghastly, awful. Dear, dear, oof, dear, terrible. Certainly is a cheery bye to Rexy indeed, Eddie. Well said. Thank you, Linley. Thank you for your kindness towards Rexy. Thank you, thank you. You adore Scotland. I've never been, but it's interesting, I must say. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for your friendliness towards Rexy. Alcohol-wise, I like a sherry from time to time or a wine. I do like a beer at times, you know. So you're thankful you don't have grandchildren. Oh, why's that, Ria? Do you think they'd just be too much for you? Because I think that you said you wouldn't have the patience to look after grandchildren or any children in particular. Unless they were brought up well in those circumstances and all that. I know. I completely agree, and it's ghastly. It's completely ghastly, you know. Your great nephew, when he was little, Trump became president. Oh, God. What a funny remark. I just hope he didn't get into trouble. She wouldn't be in a fit state to take young children for donuts, I'm afraid, Harriet. I don't think she would. I'm afraid she's been put through the pains with health troubles, so sadly, it's not good at all, you know. You don't like other people's children now? You fear for all children growing up in this evil world? Oh, gosh. I could imagine you're worried sick for your great-grands, Dawn Marie. I could imagine. Hello, Jason. Hello to you. It's a pleasure having you on here, I must say. Yes, quite a point. Quite a point indeed, Anna, yes. Well, why don't we do a little bit of naughty boy, naughty girl fun? I'll show you what I mean by that, you know. And things, but thank you, Harriet, thank you. Oh, let's have a bit of good music. That was a Gavioli piece. I haven't seen or heard an organ since September 2023. So 2 weeks, Saturday, I'm to be looking forward to seeing one and all that. Honestly, nothing can beat a good organ in my honest opinion. No, there wasn't an ice cream, I'm afraid, Jason. No, I'm afraid not. Jason is quite, he's quite a good man, isn't he? Thank you, Harriet. Thank you. Thank you for your kindly compliments. Thank you. You fancy some candy floss? Well, if you're in Tinker's Park or any vintage rally event or steam rally event, I'm sure they'll serve you some, yeah? You want to go? I'd recommend any vintage rally in if there's one taking place in your neck of the woods, Linley. I would recommend certainly any vintage rally. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That I know you mean it in a good way. Thank you. I don't have any ice cream with me, Jason. I'm afraid not. Sadly, never mind. And thank you highly. Thank you. Oh, ta-ta for now, Ellie. Ta-ta. Do hope your son had some good news regarding his football game. All that. You're overdue a snaky cuddle. I wish I could give you a cuddle, or or give you a snaky cuddle, or receive a snaky cuddle from your snake. No, it's not. I completely agree. A snaky cuddle. Yes, a good one, Harriet. Honestly, if I ever visit Riyadh in the future, I would certainly go for receiving a snaky cuddle. Indeed, I would. Thank you, Linley. I'm looking forward to Tinker's Park in 2 short weeks. I really am. I was going to go on the 4th, but had to change it to the 3rd because the 4th of August, I've got a family event to go to, so I can't. I'm only going to be doing Tinker's Park once this year. I was going to go in June, but camcorder issues. So sadly, and that was what deterred me from going to Tinker's Park, which was why the impromptu came to life that day, But I fortunately managed to do the classic car, London to Brighton Kit Sports Classic Card event, and all that, fortunately enough, on the Brighton Madeira Drive. The next event where I'll be going to, where I'll be hitting a vintage organ, would be the Hellingley, towards the end of August of 2024, and the Norton Autumn Rally September 2024, to tell oneself of things. So then I'll be able to see and hear some organs for the first time. So thank you, Linley. Thank you. I'll certainly try and make sure I take a video of the vintage organs if I see them playing into action. Carlos Gavito, some of the best tango you'll ever see. Interesting. Very interesting, Anna. Hard one to say, really, Harriet. Quite a tricky one to say, Right. We have just gone over an hour. Thank you all indeed for watching. And event attending is on Sunday, but it won't be to see a vintage organ. Sadly, not a vintage organ or a vintage rally event, but it's going to be an exciting event because it'll be the first time I'll be going on Sunday, even though it coincides with Sapper's birthday. It'll be something I'm looking forward to. So actually, to tell you something, it will be a classic card event I'll be going to. And obviously there'll be classic cars. Obviously, yes, before one asks, yes, I will be careful to get in and out of a small classic car, because if you take into account height and weight and all that, 5'8" of height, 11 stone or 154 pounds of weight, and size 8 UK feet, which equates to a 9 US men's or a 10 US women's or a European EU 42, to tell oneself of things, and sometimes have not had terribly good footrest once getting inside and out of a small classic car, and sometimes the small ones, it's tricky to get in and out. So unless the seat was pulled back, I'd have sufficient footrest. But if it was a large classic car, like, say, for example, a large Chevy or a large Dodge, I wouldn't have trouble with footrest or getting in and out. But the small ones, tricky. I mean, I could sort of just, get in, sort of just, rest the feet, but it's just tricky. It's just not as easy, as it looks, I'm afraid. So, yes, I will have to be careful getting inside and out of a small classic car because of height and weight. Unless you'll say Harriet's short 5'4" of height and petite 8 stone 3 pounds. Well, her weight varies between 8 stone 3 or 8 stone 5. Or if you're Linley's height of 5'6", or Harriet's height of 5'4", or Ria's height of 5'2", you could just get in and out of a small classic car, little to no effort, even though Ria's about 18 stone of weight. Never mind about the huge lump of weight she's got on her. She could just probably get in and out. She would get in and out of a small classic car, little to no effort, fortunately enough. Say, but Harriet, take into account her 8 stone 3 to 8 stone 5 figure and 5'4" of height. But no offence saying this to you, Harriet, of course. But this is why I would have to be gentle giving her a hug or anything, because if I wouldn't want to accidentally hug her too hard to the point where it hurts. I wouldn't want to find myself wound up in a situation like that. I really would. Nobody would. Oh, no, oh, you're holding me too tightly. You're hugging me too tightly. Please let me go. I'm sorry, Harriet. I didn't mean to hurt you. Your doctor told you to gain. Oh, Harriet, if you're happy with 8 stone 3 or 8 stone 5 pounds, that's completely fine. If you're happy with it, stay with it. One of my friends, she's the same height as me. She's just 8 stone nothing. She's 5'8", 8 stone nothing. I mean, can you make something of that? 8 stone, and she's the same height as me at 5'8", and she's what, a few pounds shorter than your weight. 8 stone, and she's only got a 22-inch waist, to tell you everybody odd things. 5'8", 8 stone, 22-inch waist. I mean, wow. I mean, gosh, wow. It is a wow. But she used to have a 21-inch waist back in her prime day. So, Harriet, you don't have to gain weight if you don't want to. It doesn't matter what your doctor says. If you're happy with 8 stone 3 pounds or 8 stone 5, that's completely fine. You know. Thank you, Dawn Marie. It's always lovely having you in here too. Lots of hugs always. Well, like you said, you're taking into account 5'8", 11 stone. You said there's just more of you to love and hug. Well, lots of hugs to you always. Quite right, Ria. Yes, very well said. I don't listen to a lot of Elvis, Harriet. I don't listen to a lot of him, but I am familiar of the late singer. It was a shame he died a long time ago. So young that he went, and far too young, I must say. Tragedy. All that. Oh, come along, if you do weigh yourself in the future. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're huge git or skinny git, Rian. It certainly doesn't matter. I mean, Harriet, petite git as she may be, given her 8 stone 3 or 8 stone 5 figure, you're just as wonderful as anybody else. I would certainly say that. Hello to Ashley Coles. I'm all right. I'm just finishing the live stream to tell you more things. I could imagine, yes. I mean, he died a long time before I was born, didn't he? So I have listened to a few songs of his. I haven't listened to many. Hound Dog I've listened to about a few times. I've even sung it once at a school karaoke years ago. Right, now, time to finish. Got to have a party time tomorrow because of in celebration for my dad's birthday. And then event attending on Sunday. Howdy, howdy, Seth. Don't worry. And I'm literally just finishing now, but couldn't miss a good howdy, howdy to you. Right. Okay, now it's time to finish everything off. Thanks, everybody, indeed, for watching. Thank you, Ria. Thank you indeed, lovely. Time to finish things off. Good night, and may your God go with you. Have a fantastic evening, and stay safe, everybody, as Trevor Colt would so cautiously advise oneself. Well, Here comes nothing, and here comes the very, very saying, before one's very eyes, that is, before party time. And then after party's over, we've got Saturday live stream special tomorrow evening. Both you and my friend are petite gits, Harriet, given my friend who's 8 stone, so a few pounds shorter than you, but the same height as me, and 22-inch waist. I mean, I've got a 30-inch waist. I used to have a 29-inch waist, so I could be almost petite git at that point, but now I've got a 30-inch waist, so it would almost certainly be a great deal bigger than yours, and my friend, you know. Ta-ta, Zev. Ta-ta. Yes, Saturday live stream special tomorrow. It's already scheduled, so you'll see it in the upcoming live section. Oh, nighty-night to you, Harriet. You could be the huge git, Gia, to tell you all things. Given your 18 stone weight, you could be the huge git. Pleasure, Linny. Susan, hello. Literally just finishing now, but our wonderful Susan, who we love lots. Hugs always. Well, I'd be gentle, I don't hurt you, accidentally given your petite frame. No offence, of course, saying this. Right, time to finish off. Thanks, everybody, indeed, for watching. And here's the saying, before the Saturday live stream special tomorrow, and of course, the day... a few short nights or before the classic card event ending for Sunday. Live streaming tomorrow. It will say in the upcoming live streams, it will say what time it's going to be happening on tomorrow, Saturday. Gone over an hour and 40. Thanks for watching. Come on, I think almost likely 18 stone. Yeah, it's quite likely you are, because you said you were hugely overweight. So I would guess you are 18 stone. That's my hunched conclusion. A great big huge git of 18 stone. And all that. Thank you, Zeph. I love you too. I completely agree, Wanda. Yes, and Wanda, we're finishing right now, but live stream tomorrow, Saturday live stream special. You'll see what time it's going to be scheduled up tomorrow to tell you more things. Nighty-night, and lots of hugs and cuddles to you always, Wanda, and lots of hugs and cuddles to your wonderful granddaughter, who's taken an interest in me. Ta-ta. Oh, come on, Ria. I think it'll be fun if you want to come on. Yes, see you tomorrow, lovely Ria. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you. Now it's really time to finish with 1 hour 42 minutes into the live. I've been a bit of a naughty boy, haven't I? Right, before Saturday live stream special, and of course, before the classic card event ending for Sunday, here's the saying, goodbye, and may your good wishes be bringing you great expectations of happiness. Ta-ta, all for now. Goodbye. Goodbye. And may you have a fantastic weekend, because we're going to have some fun on the weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Oh. Always to you, Harriet.